Many have come to me and said, does that mean real estate investment is not good? Absolutely not. Real estate is a fantastic investment opportunity when you do it right. Welcome to Cooking Finance, where we help people recover and grow their wealth so that they can live a rich and fulfilling life and be able to pass wealth on to the next generation. In a previous episode, we talked about renting versus owning real estate or owning real estate. And we looked at and said that in this market today, it's better to actually rent than to own. And we did the calculations, we did the analysis, because you can reinvest that money you put down as down payment. If you invest it in equities in today's market, where you can get an average of 10 to 12%, you'll be better off on the longer term. However, many have come to me and said, does that mean real estate investment is not good? Absolutely not. Real estate is a fantastic investment opportunity when you do it right. Real estate helps to preserve wealth. Very stable, even though it's not very liquid, but it helps to preserve wealth on the long term while it grows gradually. Equities can grow faster and they are more liquid. However, real estate gives that comfort of steady income flow and preservation of wealth. But what are the key factors to look for when you're going into a real estate investment? I'll just go through a few things that you need to critically look at to ensure that you are making a good investment. And the first one, of course, like everybody knows in real estate, is location. Location of that property will determine the ultimate growth and value over time. Is it in a growing area? Is it in a new area where the property market is just growing? Or is it in an old established area? I mean, most old areas, the increase in value of that property over time doesn't go high significantly, but it's very stable. So everything depends on which location. Is it a location that attracts a kind of wealthy people, retired people? That will determine the growth of your property over time. The other one is the age of the property itself. Is it a new property or is it an old property that you might have to be doing a few renovation work on? And that will affect your maintenance cost over time. You might have to repair a roof every 15 years. You might have to remove and change your water heater, change your HVAC system. You might have to change your furnace over time. So the age of the property will determine your maintenance cost and ongoing cost over time. The other one is your purchase cost itself. Many people just go and buy without negotiating a good purchase cost. Your purchase cost is key as you enter the property market because you create value right from the start. When you go into a neighborhood, you're not looking to be the most expensive property in that neighborhood. You're trying to ensure that you are not even above average in terms of the cost that you paid for that property. You're looking for value. You're looking for something below the market price so that you can bank in that equity right from the start. And the biggest one is your holding cost. Your holding cost of that property over time. Real estate requires a lot of maintenance. It requires a lot of management. For example, are you going to be managing it yourself or you're going to give it to a property manager? Most property managers will charge 8 to 10% because it takes a lot of time. Real estate will take a lot of your time if you're going to manage it properly. If you're going to manage it properly, you need to invest time. You're going to go there, maybe something is broken, tenant has a little problem that you need to go there. And if you're not going to do it yourself, then you have to pay a property manager. Another cost is property taxes. Property taxes have been going up steadily over the last few years. You're paying like 1 to 1.5% in property taxes. And that can add up so quickly. Property tax, you can't escape it, it's going to be there. The other one is insurance. Insurance, you need to insure that property. Insurance prices have also been going up steadily, more than 30% in the last couple of years. For example, in Calgary area, we just had a big hail event last year, and this year, most people's property insurance went up by as high as 40%, even some 50%. So insurance is critical, and if you're having a mortgage, it is compulsory. Even if you are not having a mortgage, you must insure that property. The other one is the mortgage cost itself. A mortgage interest has been fluctuating. We went as high as 8% in mortgage interest average, even though inflation has come down now and mortgage interest has come down now to averagely about 4.5 to 5%. So that fluctuates a lot, and that takes a big chunk from that property value or from the profit you can expect to gain from that property over time. There are so many other costs, like if it's a condo, you're going to have to pay condo fees, which also have been increasing over time. And the other one is, what is the expected return on investment you're actually expecting if this is an investment property? Most developers will use what we call the cap rate, about 5%, to evaluate whether this is even a go or no-go investment. Why we do that is you want to look at the risk-free rate in the market today. Like in Canada today, the risk-free rate, which is the rate of government treasury bills, is about 3 to 4%. So your real estate investment must beat that, or else you can as well keep your money in treasury bills. Don't spend all your time doing all the maintenance and all the running around. You want to ensure that your minimum return of investment is being met from a cash perspective. And even if you're taking a mortgage, you're leveraging, most real estate investment today delivers about 7 to 10% on the long term. You want to run your numbers accurately to ensure that you're making that 7 to 10% return on your investment. And you're putting some risk factors into it, because things do happen. A COVID might happen, or an incident might happen. So all these are the critical factors you have to consider when you're going into a real estate investment. Real estate investment is very capital intensive, because you're going to be paying a down payment of about 20% if you don't want to pay CMHC or what we call the insurance fees for that real estate. So that initial capital makes you a bit illiquid. These are critical factors. I believe if you do it properly and you get the right location, you get the right property, and you understand your holding cost, you get the right value as you enter into the market, real estate can be a fantastic investment opportunity to add to your portfolio. Let me know what you think of this video in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. In the next conversation, we're going to be looking at real estate investment versus equities. Which is better? It's been age-long debate, and we're going to dive into that, looking at the numbers. Thank you very much.